Welcome, I'm Dragon, and today I'm going to talk about the Prusa Xl. So when the Prusa XL was originally told about its development in the Prusa Mini release blog, it was said to have a 40 centimeter cube build volume. This ultimately didn't quite happen, but from the looks of it, we get some amazing features instead, and the build volume is still very big. So these first facts about the Prusa XL came from the announcement video and blog. I'm going to run through what they were with a few side comments. So let's start with it having a 36 centimeter cube build volume and no live Z adjust, along with being an always perfect first layer. We'll see how well this really works later, but it sounds absolutely great. Then it has a modular bed design with 16 independent heat zones, which as far as I've seen, this is a first for any 3D printer and sounds absolutely awesome. So congrats, Prusa. Like seriously, just imagine only having to preheat one part of the printer if you have a smaller print, and saving power on the rest of the printer when it's not heating up the entire bed. Then there's the expansion joints to prevent the bed from warping, and of course there's magnetic sheets that I've started to love since getting the Mini. And really, I actually was kind of hoping the Prusa XL would have an area that you could store spare beds, but from the looks of it, it doesn't, but I guess that could be a potential thing. I don't see it as very likely though. Now we finally reached the new extruder, called the Nextruder, that will be able to detect nozzle jams and supposedly just cause less slipping. And now one of my personal favorites is the LCD screen, like the Mini, but it's turned 90 degrees, and a lot of others seem to really want this to be a touchscreen, Uncle Jesse as an example. Personally, I am really not a fan of touchscreens. They are way more finicky, and I kind of like just turning the knobs. Personally, I would love seeing this screen come to the Mark III's or the unannounced Mark IV. Then there's also the filament sensor and power loss recovery, which is really no surprise, and I would have been shocked to find it not there. And then Prusa some reason had to say that they were having spool holders on this printer, which, like, seriously, did you really have to say it? I get that it holds a little bit bigger spools, but this only says that Prusa is going to sell bigger spools. Surprisingly, there's also RGB lighting, which I really wasn't expecting, but should be cool. I just hope it uses colors as an indicator for finished prints or clogged prints, or really a whole bunch of different things. I think that could be really cool. Now to the upgrades. There's of course the biggest upgrade, being the tool changer, and you can have up to 5 different heads or tools, which can allow you for multiple colors, materials, or soluble supports. Basically, still material. This is by far the coolest upgrade because I've only ever seen one other commercial machine like this, the E3D Tool Changer. And as far as I can tell, the E3D Tool Changer isn't quite as impressive as the Prusa XL, and from a couple reviews I watched on it a little while ago, it seemed a little finicky and harder to get working, just because it's not necessarily a beginner type thing. It's more of an advanced user thing, so it doesn't really work if you're trying to print stuff to sell, from what I got out of it. As far as I can tell, this will also avoid the wipe towers that you see in most upgrades to make multiple color prints, which is absolutely fantastic, and if it doesn't do this, then I will be greatly disappointed, and I don't see it as worth the cost if it doesn't avoid wipe towers. Otherwise, this is an amazingly cool upgrade that Prusa has made. Oh, and yes, Prusa did say you could buy the base model and then add this later. And now to another optional upgrade, and I really didn't realize it was an upgrade at first because it looked just part of the printer, but this is the draft enclosure. In my opinion, it looks really cool both up and down, but in my case where I only print PLA for the most part, I don't really see it being that useful, though I probably will get it if it's around $20 to $40, mainly for the looks, but then I can also test it out and see if it actually does affect how it prints. And now another upgrade where I was a little unsure about at first is a full enclosure mentioned in Jules' video and in the release article where it says draft enclosure/enclosure. But since then, in the Prusa Discord, it's been confirmed to have a full enclosure by Matt Skoltz. So I think this enclosure could be useful if printing nylon, for instance. That's the main features and upgrades of the XL that are confirmed, but whether or not confirmed, I hope there's a lot of things that make this fun to print with, like the Mini, the Prusa Mini at least. Overall, I think this will be an amazing machine, and I can't wait to see it in action. And yes, I did happen to order it right away, around 40 minutes after its release, or at least its pre-release. So that basically does it for this video. So basically, I just wanted to talk about the Prusa XL because I've been really excited about it for the last few months and just wanted to get a little bit of my thoughts out there onto the internet. And as a side thing, hopefully you enjoyed it and are as excited about the XL as I am. By the way, side note, I'm not going to be doing a video this Thursday because this basically is Thursday's video but on a Sunday. Otherwise, thanks for watching and bye! Oh, and why was there a random banana for scale in the video?